When you looked at the older Harley-Davidson X440, from the front end, it did give us that XR 1200 vibe, but the rear was an afterthought. Now for 2025, Harley-Davidson have the all-new X440 T, which is an upgraded version. It looks much better, has a bunch of changes, and here's all you need to know about it. Now, as you can see, in terms of styling, the rear end is much better than before. They have redesigned the rear subframe and you get these new panels, a new tail light and new grab rails. Additionally, the seat has also been reprofiled to give it that proper XR look. Now, additionally, as you can see, the exhaust, which earlier looked very plain and boring, it now has this new heat shield on top. It has this new shield over here, and it also has a new end can.
The tank on the 440T doesn't get badging like on the standard X440, but it gets a sporty sticker, again inspired from the XR. At the front, you can see some small changes like an updated panel on top of the LED headlight, and the finishing of the handlebar and risers are more premium. It also gets nice bar end mirrors and new grips for the handlebar. There is also a new panel in front of the fuel tank to reduce the gap and give it a more muscular look. Rounding up the design updates are metal heel plates compared to the plastic heel plates from earlier, new foot pegs and an updated brake lever. The swing arm pivot bolt and fastening bolts are of a more premium quality now, and the chassis also has better finishing. Overall, Harley-Davidson has done a good job when it comes to the fit and finish of the 440T, and it now looks like a leaner and meaner machine.
There are 4 new color options to choose from. All of them have a gloss finish. This one right here is the blue. You also get a red, a white and a black color option on offer. Now personally, I really like this dark blue color option. It might not look that good on camera, but in person it just looks brilliant when it's shining in the sun. Now, apart from all these changes, one of the most significant changes to the X440T is that this one gets a ride-by-wire throttle compared to the cable throttle on the older model. And what this has done is given the bike 2 ride modes. So you now get road and rain. You also get a traction control system and you get switchable ABS, where you can switch off the ABS at the rear wheel. Now, when you put it into road mode, the fueling is nice. It is as torquey as before, and in fact, the torque comes in even earlier. So you have that really potent torque rush when you need it. And in rain mode, the power delivery is very linear, so it's nice for beginners or when you are in those situations where the roads are really wet and dicey.
The engine has good character, feels smooth when kept in the mid-range RPMs, and also has decent highway cruising abilities. The traction control system works well and does not cut power unnecessarily in the road mode despite going through some bad patches of roads, and riders also have the option of completely switching it off. On the other hand, in rain mode, the traction control is tuned to be more intrusive.
Now with the ride-by-wire throttle update, Harley have also added in a slight tune to make the bike sound a little better. So when you are shifting down from 3rd to 2nd gear, you hear a bit of nice pops and bangs to the tune, which really makes the whole ride experience more engaging. Now let me make you listen to what this bike sounds like.
Based on feedback from the X440, Harley has reworked the damping of the suspension since the front end used to bottom out under harsh conditions. The updated setup feels plush and the bike is able to glide through rough surfaces and bad roads quite easily. Having a light build of 57 kilograms, the suspension felt good for me. The rider's triangle has remained the same, and despite it being a heavy bike at a standstill, the weight is not felt on the go, and it is also impressive when it comes to handling.
Now, apart from the ride-by-wire and all of the other updates that you've seen on this motorcycle, this also gets a panic brake light alert system which engages all of the hazard lights at once and blinks at a much faster rate than the indicators or the hazard lights do.
The bike gets the same 3.5-inch TFT screen which has information laid out well and is easy to access the menus. The ride modes can be switched on the go, and the bike is also equipped with Bluetooth connectivity that enables call and SMS alerts, phone battery status and music controls. Priced at Rs 2.79 lakh ex-showroom, the X440T is around Rs 24,000 more expensive than the top spec variant of the X440, and the bikes will be sold alongside each other. The base spoke wheels variant has been discontinued from the X440 lineup. Even though Hero and Harley have chosen to absorb the price hike after GST 2.0 for bikes above 350cc, the X440T is considerably more expensive than the classic 350 and also positioned above the likes of more powerful rivals like the Speed 400 and Gorilla 450. The bike looks much better with this update. It is more proportionate from the rear end, has more premium finishing all around, and a silhouette that matches that of the XR1200. With modern features like ride-by-wire throttle, traction control, and switchable ABS, the entire ride experience is more engaging, and I guess to sum it up, this is what the X440 should have been from the very start.